Hi all, I am making this video. This is a follow-up to some news that was released earlier this week on my Facebook if you're following me on there. Um, but I wanted to make a video just to let everybody on um, all the websites other than Facebook I go on kind of know what's going on in my life. Um, so I know I haven't posted a life update for a little while. Um, Things have been going really well. Um, there's been some chaos at work, so I'm always looking for new opportunities, but I'm optimistic. We're going to be able to get things on the right track. Um, but outside of that, my weight's kind of been around the same. I think my highest over the holiday season was like 485, and my lowest was like 471. So we're kind of ping ponging in there again, but that's to be expected. Um, but the reason why you're hearing waves in the background is I am on another wonderful Grom of the Seas cruise. This is my second one. As you know, I posted a video last year detailing my experiences and how just revolutionary and remarkable that it was. And this year has been no short of exception on that regards. It's kind of like what I've been telling people. It's kind of been like a sequel to a video game. You have the first game, if it does really well, it's really fun and amazing. And then, the second one is bigger, better, bolder. Everything's really much more than the first one. And that's exactly what this experience has been so far. Um, we visited Labadee, Haiti, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, and tomorrow we're going to be going to a private island that Royal Caribbean owns called Coco Cay, which I'm excited to do that. But tomorrow will be the last day of the cruise. In the morning, we'll disembark from Miami, and sadly, I'll have to head back home for my tropical vacation. But it has just been nothing short of amazing. We had about 90 to 100 Grommer folks, gainer folks on this journey, which has just been wonderful. Lots of same returning people that I've been able to catch up with, and lots of new faces too, which it's just been great. And then, in addition to that, we also had a little bit of a Pacific Northwest reunion. A lot of my friends that joined me on the last year's cruise joined this one. Plus, most of all of my Seattle family joined me on this one. Sorry, that was a sound from upstairs. But most of, if not all, of my Seattle family had joined me, including my ex-husband on this trip. So, which we are, as some of you may know, are just like on very good terms. We still love and respect and admire each other very much. And so it just was wonderful to see everybody again since the move. It's just been like one of the best vacations of my life. Completely overdoing last year's vacation, which that's what sequels are meant to be for. They're supposed to take what you loved about the original and make it bigger. And that's exactly what this vacation is. There is a pretty good update that I'd like to share with you regarding this, and that's the fact that I am going to be married to a wonderful man. I was proposed to on Sunday, which was the first day of the trip, and I gladly accepted. So I wanted to just make this video to let you all know what happened and how it went, and just so I can look back, on when I'm, having a stressed day and remember the joy that's in the world. But basically, what happened was my partner Aaron told me that there were some friends of ours that wanted to have us over for dinner, and they had, rented out a really nice suite here on the ship. We went and we met up with them for dinner, and I really thought it was just a meet and greet. just to kind of get to know us more. And so we were having a great time, laughing. Just it was wonderful. And then a videographer had showed up to the event, and I had assumed because these trips are booked through Travel at Large, which is a travel agency that our cruise guide owns. I assumed that he was taking pictures for his business. That's what I thought because the suite was really nice, and I thought they were trying to get photos for the Grom of the Seas website. And so, I'm there. I'm just, like ignoring the videographer. I'm like, okay, dude, do your thing, and I'm just like eating. I think I had like 2 meals that night. That's the other thing. I'm eating probably about, 6 to 7 meals a day. And yeah, I definitely feel bigger. And I also got a mobility scooter, which I'll talk about that in a second. Um, but I was eating, videographer shows up, and then Aaron takes out his phone and puts it on the table. And there's a song, as you know, I'm a big Star Trek fan. There's a song from the episode The Inner Light for The Next Generation. And basically, if you're unfamiliar with that episode, Picard locates this, I guess, this signal beacon type of thing, and it completely knocks him out, and they can't revive him for 25 minutes. But in that 25 minutes, this thing has a technological way of slowing down the brain to allow someone to live an entire life. And in this, the life that Picard lives is beautiful, and he has children, and he, learns how to play the flute, and there's a song that he learns how to play called the Resican theme. And it's just, it's really like powerful and very simple, but it makes me cry every time because it's a reminder that, and at the end, spoiler alert, I mean, it's from the 80s, go watch it if you're interested. Basically, the planet dies because it's the sun of the solar system. The planet is in overheats and causes a supernova, and the planet is destroyed, and that beacon is the last remaining remnant of that civilization. And at the end, Picard's team, revives him, and he tells about this life and this theme that he's learned. And then what they find is they find this flute that has been transported from the beacon onto the ship, and Picard, saves it, and it's called the Resican flute. And so it's just a really powerful story, and it reminds us about the joys that we have in life and why we need to take them for granted, or not take them for granted, and why life is just so fleeting. It's just a beautiful theme. And they reused it also in the new series Star Trek Picard, which I just love that theme. But so away from Star Trek talk, back to the proposal. So basically, he plays this theme, and it doesn't register me as to what's playing yet because I'm still like, why is a videographer taking photos of like this, our dinner? Like, I'm still not registering everything. And then suddenly, we both, or I realized that this was the anniversary of when Aaron and I first fell in love, which was on January 22nd. And Aaron proposed to me, and it has been this past year, being with him and loving him, and being there for him. We've never fought, we've never argued. If there's a problem, we sit down and we're like, okay, how can we mutually face it? And we just have such a wonderful relationship. Like, we're just always there for each other, and we love Charlie, who's part of our group, or part of our polycule. And he's like our kid in a way, but grown-up kid, of course. But we just have such a wonderful life together, and we love each other. And Aaron, this was his way of formalizing that. And of course, once I realized what was going on, I realized that after that happened, that the Resican theme was playing, and I just started crying, and Of course, I was like, yes, yes, like immediately. And then the biggest, most awesome thing happened is after it happened, 30 people showed up out of our group to join us in the celebration. And it was everybody that was a friend of mine over the last 2 decades. I mean, like everybody. It was like a complete reminder of, all the people that, I've talked to in the community and people that I've been friends with. I was just shocked. And, um, my ex husband showed up and he was just so incredibly supportive and loving, and I told him that he always would be part of my family, as, a very close friend and, confidant. And, it was just beautiful. It was like, there have been few instances in my life that I could definitely say, like, wow, like, that was beautiful or that was just intensely amazing. But this was one of them. Um, and so, yeah, I'm now engaged. Here's the ring. It's really pretty. It like symbolizes there's a shiny side, which is the future, which means clean and fun and pristine and happy and anxiety less filled. And then there's a rough side, which represents our history. And both Aaron and I both kind of have that. We've had a rough life with a few things, and we're really looking forward to making beautiful memories together on our journey. So yeah, I'm engaged, and I am soon going to be someone's husband again, and I'm just totally looking forward to it. I'm like so super excited. We've been talking about wedding plans, and I have a few ideas, but it's expensive, so we got to really try to leverage everything out, especially after this trip. But yeah, both of us are definitely going to work on gaining and getting bigger. And hopefully I'll be over 500, and Aaron will be 400, and when we get married, but if not, we just totally love each other immensely. Um, so yeah, that was this trip. Then the rest of it was just filled with fun. We went to Haiti. We had a beautiful time in Haiti. Went to the beaches, listened to great music. Went to San Juan, had amazing food, did a bunch of exploration of the old district. And that's the other thing. Um, I actually used a mobility scooter for this pretty much this whole trip. And if you're a very large person or you have mobility issues, it can be shameful to get one. You can feel weird or out of sorts because people will think you're lazy, or the typical like super fat person who just doesn't want to move. And that's how I was. Even with me loving my size and wanting to get bigger, I totally was still self-conscious, and I'm really glad that I did it. This has been just amazing. Like, I don't feel drained. I feel together and with it. I was able to explore all of the old district of San Juan with my scooter. Admittedly, it was a little bit of an interesting thing because the roads are kind of colonial and pretty rough. So I had an instance where the scooter died, but we got it back to life and working. But yeah, everyone was super nice to me. And yeah, I don't feel drained, and I'm hungry, and eating a lot, and I don't feel crappy. So I highly recommend getting one. My experience was with a company called Scoot Around. If you go on a cruise, or if you want to rent one just to go around a city one day. And it was only for a week, it was only about $300. So if you need one for like a day, it's probably a lot cheaper than that. But definitely look into it. Um, so yeah, that has been my cruise for the most part. Just a wonderful celebration of, you know, family and fun, and, with my found family and fun and fattening goodness and food and laughter. And, yeah, it's just been nothing short of amazing again. If I had to rate this one, I think last year's would have been 9.2 out of 10. This year's 10 out of 10. Completely amazing, completely overdoes every single thing that last year's entry in my vacation log did. It was wonderful. So, yeah, that's my cruise vacation update to you all. The next vacation we take probably will be a Grom of the cruise, Grom of the Seas cruise. It's probably going to be like, my wedding. So I don't know where we're going to go on our honeymoon or whatever, but I can guarantee you that wherever we go, it's going to be filled with lots of fattening, fun, goodness, and love. And love. I'm just so incredibly in love. Like I've never been happier than now in my entire life, and I love this man, and I'm gonna be with him until the day I die. So, um, yeah, it's just found my happy ending in the course of dating and everything. It's amazing. So, all right, well, enough of my diabetic sappy goodness to you all. I know sometimes you come on here for belly content, and I know this really hasn't been a belly video, and I've been a little scant on those, and I'm sorry, but kind of been posting pictures. We have been kind of talking about doing like filming together, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's kind of hard because we want to keep a low profile, but yeah. So, all right, well, everyone, be safe. I hope you all are having a wonderful, fantastic day. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. And I'll be sure to share any updates with my wedding or any, things I find out with growth for me. And hopefully post some new content here shortly. Take care. Bye.